Hi everyone, my name is Dev Alborelli and I'm a librarian here at NCC. Today we are going to learn how to create APA citations for the reference list. We will focus on some common examples of APA formatting and also what to do when some of the required source information is not available. Now let's get into some examples of creating APA citations for your reference list. Let's begin with APA formatting for the reference list, books and journal articles. We'll start with creating a citation for a book with one author. The format is as follows: author's last name, comma, first initial, comma, middle initial, if available, period, parentheses, year of publication, period, title of work in italics, period, followed by the publisher and a final period. Here is our example. McCarthy, comma, C, period, parentheses, 1998, period, Cities of the Plains in italics, period, Alfred A. Knopf, period. Now, let's move on to citing a journal article with two authors. The format is as follows. First author's last name, comma, first initial, period, middle initial, if available, period, comma, ampersand, second author's last name, comma, first initial, period, middle initial, if available, period, year of publication, parentheses, period, article title, period, journal title in italics, comma, volume number in italics, issue number in parentheses, comma, page numbers, period, and then followed by our DOI if that is available. Here is our two author example. Al-Najashi, comma, H, period, comma, ampersand, Jabad, comma, R, period, parentheses, 2020, period. Behavioral practices of patients with multiple sclerosis during COVID-19 pandemic, period. +1, italicized, comma, volume number 15, still italicized, parentheses, issue number 10, comma, page numbers 1 through 11, and then our DOI. The last example will be for a journal article with 3 to 20 authors. In APA format, we must list up to 20 authors in our citation entry for the reference list, which is a little painful, but unfortunately that's the way it is. Here is the format. First author's last name, comma, first initial, period, middle initial if available, period, comma, second author's last name, comma, first initial, period, middle initial if available, period, comma, third author's last name, comma, first initial, period, middle initial if available, period, comma, ampersand, fourth author's last name, comma, first initial, period, middle initial if available, and then period. The last author's name will be preceded by the ampersand for up to 20 authors. In this example, it was the fourth author. Then it's parentheses, year of publication, period, article title, period, journal title in italics, comma, volume number still in italics, parentheses, around the issue number, comma, page numbers, period, and then a DOI if it's available. If it's an electronic journal article and there's no DOI, you can use the URL in its place. Now we've seen the format, let's take a look at an example. Sanders, comma, M, period, T, period, comma, Welsh, comma, J, period, A, period, comma, Bierman, comma, K, period, L, period, comma, ampersand, Heinrichs, comma, B, period, S, period, parentheses, 2020, and another period. Promoting resilience. A preschool intervention enhances the adolescent adjustment of children exposed to early adversity, period, school psychology in italics, volume number 35, still in italics, parentheses around issue number 5, comma, pages 285 to 298, period, and a DOI. Now let's move on to some examples for citing websites and electronic sources in APA format. APA formatting for the reference list, web pages, and electronic sources. Our first example will be citing a web page with individual author information available. Here's the format. Author's last name, comma, first initial, period, middle initial if available, period, parentheses, year, month, day, page title in italics, period, name of the site, period, and the URL. Now let's take a look at an example. Turner, comma, B, period, parentheses, 2023, comma, August 4th, period. Did scientists really create a room temperature superconductor? Not so fast, experts say. That's italicized, followed by a period, the site name, live science, period, and then the URL. Now, let's take a look at citing a web page with a group or organization as the author. Here's our format. Organization or group name as the author, period, parentheses, year, comma, month, day, period, web page title in italics, period, name of the site, period, and the URL. A quick note, if the author and website name are the same, do not use the website name twice. And here is our example. Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, period, parentheses 2023, comma, July 21st, period. Food Bank Deep Dive, the Farm Bill, that's in italics, followed by a period in our URL. In this case, since the author and the website name were the same, we don't need to include the name of the website twice, as we said earlier. Now, let's move on to some examples of citing electronic sources and websites with missing information. Citing web pages and electronic sources with missing source information. Unknown author. If the source you are using does not have any author information available, begin your reference entry with the title. Here is the format. Title of web page or source in italics, period, parentheses, year, comma, month, day, period, name of the site, period, and the URL. And here is our example. How do birds handle the heat? That's italicized, parentheses, 2023, comma, July 28th, period. Smithsonian's National Zoo and Conservation Biology Institute, period, and the URL. Now, let's take a quick look at a source with no date available. Unknown date. If the source you are citing does not have a date listed, use the abbreviation N period D period. Here is the format. Author or group or organizational author, period, parentheses, N period, D period, title of the web page in italics, period, name of the site, period, and the URL. And our example. Amnesty International, period, parentheses, N period, D period, arms control in italics, period, and the URL. Again, in this example, we do not include the name of the site because it is the same as the author. Now we'll move on to citing a source with no author or date information listed. Unknown author and unknown date. If the source you are citing has neither the author nor date listed, begin the entry with the title and use the abbreviation N period D period for the date. Here is our format. Title of web page in italics, period, parentheses, N period, D period, name of the site, period, in our URL. And here is our example. The golden age of piracy in italics, period, parentheses, N period, D period, Royal Museums, Greenwich, period, and our URL. And that will be our last example in this video. And that concludes our APA tutorial. Please feel free to reach out to the NCC librarians anytime. We are available for drop-in help and appointments at the Bethlehem and Monroe campuses, as well as online through chat and email and Zoom appointments. Thank you and have a nice day.